Hey folks, so this is one of the transfers, and so basically, and it's in the instructions, and I'll take a picture of those in a moment. But basically, you cut this out, but then you actually peel this carefully with the tip of your blade. You peel, and in this case, the Goodyear, and then later the Eagle. You peel that away, which leaves you with this paper. It's almost like a wrap for rice or something. So you wet the tire beforehand, and then this goes down. So obviously now it says Goodyear, and I'm trying to do this just with the phone leaning on the desk. I'm going to turn it a bit, and then I'm going to bring the tire over. So I wet the tip of my finger and I push this down quite a bit. Now, hopefully, as we go to lift this up, the Goodyear will stay behind. And there we have it. And so then you end up with this, it's almost like I say, like a rice paper, or and that's just decal film of some type. And there we have it. So, and you can dab this a bit if you want. Which I've done very gently with a paper towel. And there you have it. So I only have to do that 7 more times, front and back. And then, of course, I've got Eagle 8 times. So we'll see how we go. So I've already shown kind of the second part here, which is actually putting the Goodyear on the tire. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show the first part now that I'm comfortable with the process. Now, I've got a brand new blade. It's in my knife here. So I'm going to take this guy. And you can see the first one's a bit ratty because that one I cut with scissors. But you can also, if you look very closely here, you can see, and there's the paper that we're going to peel off with the knife. So we're just going to kind of go around the Goodyear. Sorry, I hit the camera with my face. Okay. So we've got the Goodyear off. All right. And again, that's printed backwards because this guy's gonna go kind of get flipped and put down once we take the paper off. So the next part we're going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to get that tire nice and wet. And try zooming in. Okay, so paper's nice and wet. And now I'm going to take my knife and hopefully, and I've got an essential trimmer, which makes this even more fun. So I've got that started. So we're just going to carefully peel that off. So now if you just imagine that where this blue decal backing paper is, that's the tire. If you imagine it that way, because as you see, Goodyear, we can read it. So this needs to go face down onto our wet area of the tire. So, whoops. Okay. So that's still a bit dry, so I'm just going to get some more water on my finger. And I fucked it up. So that's why I ended up doing only the outside, because now I'm down to 7 decals instead of 8. So you got the idea. Now I'm going to get the camera out of my way so that I can hopefully do this correctly. So there you go, folks. So if you just imagine that things went right, and then like on the cooking shows, here's one I prepared earlier, and there we go. That's how we end up with this. Okay? So let's get the camera out of the way and see if we can do this, and we'll be back hopefully with Goodyear on 4 tires. Okay, folks, we're going to try it again. So I've got my, this is a front wheel now, so it's a bit smaller front wheel and tire. So I'm going to get my blade hopefully under the paper here. Okay, there we go. So we got it started. I'm actually going to back this out again. So we got that started. Okay, so that's gone. Now, as you see, hopefully it says Goodyear. I'm going to get a bit of water back on the tire here. And then hopefully, okay, so that looks pretty good. So now you can dab it, you know, with kind of a wet finger, but I'm just going to start first by rolling. We'll zoom back in now that we're cut. So I'm just kind of roll over the top of this. Bit of rolling, bit of dabbing, whatever. And again, you don't want to rub it. You really want to press it down. It's I told somebody once in a I think it was in a Facebook group. It's going to sound weird, but I said that this was a dry transfer, but wet. So there you go. But you know, like those fake tattoos when we were kids. So we got that on there, and now hopefully again, and there we go. So far, we'll slide these guys down. We've done 3 out of 4 tires. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one off camera. And we'll come back. We're going to let those dry. Honestly, I might even let those dry overnight before I come back to mess with the Eagle. We'll see. But we'll be back in a couple moments. All right. We're halfway home, folks. So hope this helps. What I do want to do is I'll get these guys out of the way, and I'm just going to slide the instructions over, and there is their explanation. So here's a picture but here's their explanation. So they have the adhesive on the surface. So when they come, you get this, again, you get your decal, and then it's covered by almost a wax paper. All right, so you just clean the tire off, you cut out the decal, and then you peel that protective paper off, which you saw me do just with the tip of my knife blade. Now, they say place the decal into position and rub it lightly, and then apply moisture. I did that the first time with the Benetton, and it didn't work for me. So what did work for me was the method that I showed you, where I put the water, some water on the tire. So again, you know, these things are, you know, almost dry. And you know, they're looking pretty darn good. You know, this one's still a bit wet, but that's okay. Again, you can carefully dab it with a paper towel, but you don't want to, you know, be wiping at it or anything. So I'm just gonna leave things alone, and the next time you see this, hopefully we're gonna have the eagle on there, which you see, you know, I've got 8 of those, but because of the issue I had. Now I do still have some of these decals left from the Benetton, so you know, I could go and do both sides, but silly as it sounds, I just don't like to press my luck. So you know, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the 4 eagles on these guys, and then we'll get the tires and wheels put onto this machine, and hopefully we'll have a roller. So maybe tonight, we'll see. I'm just gonna let stuff sit here for a couple minutes, but I'm feeling pretty good. I got a bit of a flow going, so we'll come back hopefully here shortly with the 4 eagles. And there we have it. Took me about 7 minutes to put the eagle decals on, and one of them started to pull away. I hadn't kind of dabbed it down enough so it didn't separate from the paper properly, but I did catch it, and so there we are. So I'm going to leave these, let them sit overnight. Looks like a little bit of the backing paper there, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm going to let these sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning we're going to put them onto this bad boy. Let me back this out again. I've got my brakes painted up. So I got 4 of those, obviously. We're going to get those put on, and then get the wheels put on. So next time you see this thing, we're going to be a roller. But anyway, hope this was helpful. I know it's going to kind of be a bit of a mashup, I guess you might also say. So I'm going to try and fill things in the description for the different parts, and again, hope this helps folks when they start doing these F1 kits with these, you know, again, what seem to be kind of dry transfer type decals. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. This is Tim, Box Stock Garage. Have a great night.